Well, good morning, little Miss Daisy. You are already on high alert, guarding Primetime Treasure headquarters. We're gonna go out to the flea market, see if we can find any treasures, all right? And, again, while I'm gone, you gotta make sure you keep the place safe, all right? I'll see you later. You go have fun and play with all your toys and stuff while I'm gone too, okay? You have fun. This is Daisy's little play area back here, so she loves to go back there. She has stuffed animals and all sorts of chew toys that she plays with throughout the day while she sits here and guards the place. All right, bye Daisy. See you later. All right, we are here. It's 8 o'clock in the morning, and this is why you have to be careful when you're driving, because that gate almost slammed shut on me. So anyway, we're gonna go this way. We just got at the flea market. It's 8 o'clock. I'm trying to beat the heat a bit because we're in the midst of that blistering heat wave. So you can see it's not packed yet with cars. So hopefully maybe I get some early deals from the vendors. We're gonna get started here and hopefully find some treasures. And for those of you who are brand new to the channel, before I head out there, my name's Dominic, the Primetime Treasure Hunter. Sunday is flea market day around here in Syracuse, New York. And so typically I will hit this up early in the morning, and then afterwards I will hit up any garage sales or estate sales that are going on. There's not as many of those that typically would happen on a Sunday compared to a Saturday. And this particular weekend, even yesterday, there's not much going on just because of the heat. It's so hot out, it's so humid that you can understand people really just don't want to sit outside for long periods of time and just, absorb all that humidity and heat hitting on them. So not much going on this weekend. That's why the flea market here is the main thing in town. So let's head out there. Look, everyone, a choo-choo train. This is a cool little Godzilla toy here. You press this down and he makes all these cool noises. You hear people screaming and stuff. So he's a little dusty, but he's a good one to get. This one goes for about $40 out of the box. You can see here, I got him for $2. This is my cash receipt that I always make sure that I get for accounting purposes. He's a little dusty, but as I was saying in the Millennium Falcon video, which if you haven't seen that, check that one out. That's my prior video. You just have to look past this dust and you just clean this right off, and he'll be good to go. I didn't even have to put batteries in it. The batteries are already there, and he already worked as soon as I hit that little button. I love this. This is great, starting off the day with a Godzilla find. One of my favorites. Whenever I see these bins with lots of paper products, I like to look through them. So this is definitely something cool to pick up, these classics illustrated comic books. So the prices range from $1 to $2, or it could be less than $1 depending on what it is. I see postcards here and stuff. So we're gonna flip through it and see what kind of items here I could find. I love these old programs. They're always worth looking into. This one here recently sold for $25, so we're definitely gonna pick this one up. It's in great shape. Has a little notation in there, but that's not enough to dissuade me from purchasing it. And looks like right below it we've got some Lady Death comic books, which I always tell you to look for. So this is a great little box. This is one of these things where you just have to go by gut because of the cover here and the age. It kind of has that Phantom of the Opera type of look. So gonna pick this up. It's Austrian. That looks like it says from the translation I could find weekly for Austria. So if you look inside, there's all sorts of looks like German writing inside, but really cool pictures and stuff. So looks like a unique piece. Gonna pick this up. That's the back of it, by the way. Cool cigarette ad. This is another one right below it. Same title, same year. So always look through these old black and white photos, and I'm going to show you something in here that some people might ignore, but I'm going to pick this up not because of the bowling balls, but because of the Drink Coca-Cola sign in the background. That can make this valuable, so I'm going to pick this sign up. So I'm going to pick this picture up, the one behind it as well. There's two of them. All right, so I paid up a little bit for this. I was hoping to spend 10 bucks on all of it, but I wound up spending 15. He was pretty firm on the $15. I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get that back with just one of these pieces in here and be in profit, which is one of them. These two I'll probably combine together. This one here I told you recently sold for 25. So and then there's some good comic books in here too. Not this one necessarily. I'll just add it to my collection of those, but this Lady Death one is good, and I like these. I like these two right here. So these sell very well if they're in decent condition. It's hard to find classics illustrated in good condition. I took them out, looked through them, and if you put these in lots, especially if you have Frankenstein, that's a great one to get. You know, they'll sell well, so you just have to build up a little lot of them. Maybe even if you have like 10, 15 of them, they'll sell well. All right, well, that is actually it from the flea market. No big, huge, gigantic scores. I'm real happy with the Godzilla, and I'm happy with all that ephemera that I picked up. The other reason I gave that guy to $15 was he told me that he comes across comic collections every once in a while. So when I hear that, you know, as long as the price isn't crazy, I tend to just give them what they're asking and give them my business card, which is what I did, and hopefully make another contact. There's no other sales going on here today, so we're going to head back to Primetime Treasure headquarters and see what's going on over there. All right, so I just stopped by the grocery store. One of the things that I like to do is source cardboard from here. And the place that I like to go to get really nice, strong, solid cardboard pieces to protect my item is right here in the bread area. There's lots of bread boxes like this that you could get and just have your pick. All right, so one of the things that I'm doing here now that I'm back at Primetime Treasure headquarters, speaking of cardboard, is you can see here I've got these boxes that came in from eBay, and these ones are the 10 by 8 by 6 boxes. I really like them. They wind up coming out square shaped. You just take them out of this thing like this, and they come nice and tied up. If you haven't used these before and you have an eBay store, if you have a basic store, you get a $25 promotional credit. And you could use that every quarter for shipping supplies. And one of the things I have there are boxes. So I get most of my boxes through there. And you can see here, this is 50 boxes, 10 by 8 by 6. And it wound up coming out to like a little bit over to $25, like somewhere like 26 to 30. So it only wound up costing like a few bucks to get 50 boxes. So I highly suggest that if you haven't tried it. Another thing you can see here behind the scenes at Primetime Treasure headquarters, I've got a dehumidifier running because we've got this heat wave going across the country. It's really humid, and the humidity in this garage would be terrible if it wasn't for the dehumidifier. So like it could damage the books. You know, I've got tons of, like thousands of comic books here. I cannot afford to get those ruined, and so this is a lifesaver. It's just night and day what it feels like in here. So highly suggest investing in a dehumidifier. This is the best one. I've looked at all of them. The Frigidaire one right there, it's the best one. I'll go ahead and post a link to this in the description section if anyone's interested, and it's an Amazon affiliate link. I have 2 of these and I've had them for years. They work awesome. A little behind the scenes here as well. Just have some comic books out, doing a little bit of listing. So I just have that right over here on my laptop, so you can see I'm just, you know, just have it set up here, and you know, Daisy just keeps me company right by my side, so she just scooted up here, and you know, she's fun to have around. She just likes to kind of cuddle and kick back, except once in a while she likes to come up and battle with me, so she starts pawing at me and then comes charging at me. So she does that around 3 times a day. Then she gets like this, where she just turns into this big cuddly, she's almost like really like a stuffed animal,
that's alive, I swear. And she just loves to be pet and just, you know, kind of nibble at you once in a while, but she never hurts. So she's awesome. She's a lot of fun. So I'm just going to show you a few things that I'm packing up right now that's sold this weekend. This right here is a nice little stack of Star Wars comic books. It's from the 2015 series. There's 31 of them here. Now, that's not the entire run for this particular series, but that's the point of what I wanted to show you with this, is that you don't have to have the entire run from the first issue to the last issue of a series to sell it. This is what we would call a mixed lot. So it does have a small continuous run, like it goes from issue number one to issue 20, then it skips a few, then has like a few more in a row, then it skips a few, then has a few more in a row, that sort of thing. The reason why somebody would purchase this, even though it's not complete, and a lot of collectors, of course, do like to buy complete sets, but some people will buy something like this because if they don't have any in the series and they could get a nice starter set like this, then what they'll do, as long as they get it for a good price, they'll then fill in the gaps here or there when they go to a comic shop or go to a comic convention, or maybe they'll order a spare issue here or there. Now, I could afford to give this to people at a good price and still make a profit because how my business model is set up. Remember, I buy these comic books at 15 cents a piece, but within those collections, there are individual comic books and small little stacks of comic books that sell for big money. So I get my money back quickly. And so this is all profit right here. These sold for $45. I had them up for $49.99. Person offered me $40, met in the middle at $44.99. So these are going to go out. And then another thing I sold is something I've had up for a while. I'm not sure why it took so long to sell. I actually have this in an old haul video from an estate sale I went to. I picked up a bunch of records. When I picked this up, and I got it for like $1 or less, this record had comps on it that showed that it sold for like, I don't know, something like $50 or something like that. And you know, it just goes to show that it's not always going to sell what the comps say. This one sat around for a while. I refused to sell it for less than $15, and that's exactly what it sold for. But when someone had it up for hire, you know, it just simply could have been a matter of there was somebody who was real nostalgic for this item, wanted it back, and was willing to pay whatever was up there. So, you know, just a little lesson that you're not always going to get what that comp shows you. But, you know, the more comps that are like a particular price, then the more likely is that you're going to get that price. So this one will still be ultimately a good profit. I'll make like $10 or so. It's going to go out medium mail, so it's going to be like $2.75. And I just see payment came across right now, $40 for a ceramic decanter. So I'm going to get that and show you that in a few minutes as well, once I'm done packing up these babies. Oh, and I've got to tell you about an embarrassing typo that I thought of while I was packing up these comic books right here. You heard me refer to the term continuous run, which means that there's a continuous set of issues. So like issue 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 20 as an example. It's a continuous run. Well, I accidentally wrote in the listing, thus, comma, you will receive a continuous rub. So I'm hoping that whoever bought this is not hoping for me to live up to that part of the bargain. And I'm really happy that this wasn't one of these situations where I wrote that it was a long continuous run, because I sometimes say that as well. So that really would have been embarrassing. So watch out for those embarrassing typos, folks. Okay, so as you can see, cardboard is essential to my business. It really helps protect these comic books from getting damaged. I make a lot of these cardboard sandwiches, what I jokingly refer to them as, and I protect a lot of other items with cardboard as well. If you saw some of my recent videos, like the JFK box that I showed you with the paper dolls, there's posters, there's lots of things they use cardboard for. Now, I've got to be careful that I'm not wasting a lot of time searching for boxes to cut up to get this cardboard every time I need it. So what I do is I just have a nice little stash next to me. Like you could see right over here, there's just like a stash of cardboard that I could pick from. And what I do is I prep it on Sunday, so that's why I got some of that cardboard that you saw at the grocery store. And I'll show you later, I'll just go out, I prep it so I have what I think I need for the week, and then I'm pretty much all set. And just depending on how things go with sales, then I'll go out, get some more over the weekend, and prep it up on a Sunday so I have everything ready for the busy week.
Okay, so right now you are seeing a secret part of the video that no other subscriber can see. It's just you. Now, here's the thing. You can't share this tip with anyone. This is one of my secret shipping tips. So you got lucky, you got picked to see this. Here's what it is. Now, if you are packing a box like this one here, and you notice that the bottom of it is pushing in too much, like it's just like a little bit flimsy, has a little bit too much give to it, what you do is you take like a strip of cardboard like this and you stick it right in between here. I'm going to show it to you right here. Just put it right in here, right underneath these flaps. And then what you do is you tape it down, and it's going to be nice and sturdy. I'm going to show you in just a second. So there you can see it is taped down there. Got a nice thick piece of cardboard running across, and now when I flip this over, this is not going to have any significant give to it whatsoever. It's not really going to even really push in. So that's exactly what you want. You can see I braced the tape across as well in both directions, just to make sure the box doesn't split during transit. That is the last thing that you want. This is the item that's sold for 40 bucks. It's funny, I had it up for $42.50, and just last night I lowered it to 40 and took the best offer off of it, and just made it buy it now. And it's sold to someone in Greece. These are Greek decanters, and so that makes sense that that's why it's going there. I've done a bolo of the day on these, so if you want more information on them, come to my Facebook group, the Facebook Reselling Resource Center. They're really cool items. The cork is kind of like broken here, so that's why I kind of stuck it there, because there was still some left in here, some of the alcohol, and you got to pour that out before you ship this, or you get in trouble for selling alcohol, and you don't want to do that. But selling the decanters is totally cool. So the women of these series, they go really well. Could go up to like 70 bucks or more. So I've found a bunch of these over the years, and you know, just something to be on the lookout for. You may notice I got a haircut. Not like I have much hair, but Mrs. Primetime buzzed me up just a few minutes ago. So for any of you keenly observing Primetime fans, that's why the hairstyle looks a little bit different. Again, whatever little hair is there. So these are these cardboard pieces I was showing you earlier from the grocery store. So I have these. I'm gonna cut these up, and I like to use this, basically these shears made by Wiss. It's a great company, very famous for making these hardcore scissors / shears. I have a link to them down below in my description section if you're interested. It's an Amazon affiliate link. They cut through cardboard like butter. Another type of box that I like to find to cut up are these ones that you'll find at the wholesale clubs, like, you know, Costco or BJ Wholesale or Sam's Club. So the bottoms of these are super strong because they have to hold so much material. So I like to cut the bottoms out of those as well. And sometimes I could get something out of the back too. And so use that as a nice strong cardboard for backing. And then we got this piece here, which is left over from that Jackie Onassis paper doll project that I was packing up. So this was a box that I had taken off of the top of a dumpster. And I'm gonna cut these edges off, because next time I have something really big that I need to have cardboard backing on, I don't have to worry about cutting the flaps off then. I'll just have it right then, ready to go. So use your downtime efficiently so you can get all this type of stuff ready. So just as an example here to show you how much you could get out of a nice solid piece of cardboard like this from the grocery store, you know, this was just cut open like I just showed you here. And so this is gonna be a nice flap here we're gonna get out of this. Then we're gonna get a bigger one here. I mean, look at the size of that. And then we're gonna get another one here, and then just multiply that by this side here. Then we got this side over here as well. And then open it up, and we've got this one here too. So, I mean, that's really a lot of nice, strong cardboard, all for free, right at the grocery store. All right, so this is the finished product. We've got our big cardboard piece here on the bottom, and these all go downstairs so I could just easily grab them during the week and just add them to some of the other ones that I have, and that's what I do on Sundays just to get ready for the week. All right, so it's about 9:15 and just made another sale. It's another one of these mixed lots of comic books. It's a bunch of different Thor-related comic books, more modern ones, and the reason why these are actually more sought after now than they have been in the past is because of the success of the Avengers movie. So I've had a lot of success selling a lot of these Thor lots. And what I basically do, I buy so many comic collections that once I make my money back from them, I just go back into them and I'll actually combine from different collections. I'll take some Thors out of this one, I'll take some Thors out of that one, and a little Thor here and a little Thor there. Here a Thor, there a Thor, everywhere a Thor, and I just put them together into these lots. So this is 38 of them. And these sold for 55 bucks. So again, it's all profit. Just gotta, put in a little one of those cardboard sandwiches, which again is why I make sure I have all that cardboard ready. And so we're good to go. So, I don't know if we're gonna make any more sales tonight, but this aspect of the video is something new that I'm thinking of doing, where I basically, kind of go through items during the day that's sold. So if that's something you're interested in, please let me know that down below in the comment section. I actually want to give a shout out to Lindy Glenn, who suggested that I do this in one of my videos, and she actually said she'd be personally offended if I didn't actually follow through with it. So Lindy, I'm gonna let you know about this part of the video, that I did follow through with it, and maybe have an entire video just dedicated to that one day if there's like a lot of sales that come through, and I'm able to fit in a time to just kind of put it all together into one big video for the day. But anyway, just let me know if that's something you're interested in. All right, well, another hour and a half or so has gone by. It's about 10:30 p.m. and another 2 sales just came through, so I'm going to show you what those were. Pretty excited about these 2 sales here. This one here, as you could tell, this is a shoulder bag, and the thing you want to pay attention to with this one is the label inside, which is Bosom Buddy Bags. If you ever see that label right there, you probably want to pick it up if you could get it for a few bucks or so. Mrs. Primetime gets all the credit for this. She found this at a garage sale that we went sourcing at a couple months ago. You may remember that in one of my haul videos, and I was giving her some credit for it. And while we could not find an exact match to this bag, what we did see is that bags by this company, Bosom Buddy, sells very well. So this one just sold tonight for $60, and it's so light. I mean, this is going to go first class, and really excited about that flip. And Mrs. Primetime was super pumped up about it when I showed her. So big credit goes to her for finding this and picking this one up. A lot of people, I think, would have just walked right past that. This one right here, this is an older one. I had this kind of hanging in the closet for a while and just decided to go through there and list some things that were up there. And what I like about this, when I found it, now I found this say about a year ago at an estate sale. I know it's in one of my haul videos, but I found this hanging in a closet, and I was shocked to see it there. And it looks like almost in brand new condition, and it's a vintage Adidas sweatsuit kind of track outfit. So you could tell here from the label that it's vintage right there. So anytime you see vintage Adidas, people really want that. Now this is going to go to some big and tall dude like myself, because these pants are pretty wide here, and they're pretty long in terms of the leg. So I had to just kind of wait a little bit till some some big dude just came by to pick them up, and sure enough, tonight they sold for 55 bucks. So that's $115 in gross sales, and it's not going to cost a lot to ship these things. And just a little bit of investment in each one, just a couple bucks for each one. So you can't really beat that. That's what reselling is all about. And you can see here that my inventory is really diversified. While I specialize in comic books, I still dabble in other areas to continue to keep those sales going throughout the day. So hopefully you're enjoying seeing all the different types of items that are selling. So I'm going to get these packed up, and we'll see if there's anything else that happens tonight. It's about 12:15 now in the morning, and I've got to start getting ready for work tomorrow for my regular full-time job. So I hope you enjoyed coming along with me for the day. I originally thought it was going to be a sourcing video, and it did turn out to partly be that, but then also evolved into this kind of behind-the-scenes show and tell type of thing in terms of what I sold during the day. So hope you enjoyed it. If so, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed yet. And also, just as a couple of notes, Tuesday night, 8 o'clock on my channel, I'm going to go live with Don the Auction Professor. So that's going to be fun. We're going to talk about bolos, be on the lookout items, and some sourcing tips. And in addition to that, I have a live show on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the Queen of Storage Units, Donatella Bodolino. That's going to be a lot of fun as well. So make sure you're tuned into the 2 live shows this week. Make sure you're following me on Facebook. That's the Facebook Reselling Resource Center, and also on Instagram. That's at prime_time_treasure. The links to those are down below. I'll see you all at the next video, everyone. Take care.